The Indus Waters Treaty stands as a testament to cooperation between India and Pakistan. Signed in 1960, this landmark agreement addressed the vital issue of water sharing in the Indus River basin. The treaty emerged from the partition of British India in 1947. This historical event saw the creation of two independent nations, India and Pakistan, with a shared water resource. The Indus River and its tributaries, flowing through both countries, became a potential source of conflict. Recognizing the need for a peaceful resolution, India and Pakistan engaged in prolonged negotiations. The World Bank played a pivotal role in mediating these discussions. After years of deliberations, the Indus Waters Treaty was concluded in 1960, signed by Indian Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru and Pakistani President Ayub Khan. The treaty aimed to ensure the equitable distribution of the Indus waters. It outlined a framework for water allocation, data sharing, and dispute resolution. The Indus Waters Treaty has, for the most part, survived numerous periods of conflict between the two nations, underscoring its significance in maintaining regional stability. The Indus Waters Treaty's key provisions center on the allocation of the 6 rivers of the Indus system. The eastern rivers, namely the Sutlej, Beas, and Ravi, were allocated to India. Pakistan, on the other hand, was granted control over the western rivers, the Indus, Jhelum, and Chenab. This division formed the bedrock of the water-sharing arrangement. While India was granted unrestricted use of the eastern rivers, certain provisions allowed for limited utilization of the western rivers. India could use the waters of the western rivers for non-consumptive purposes, such as run-of-the-river hydropower generation and some irrigation. The treaty also established a mechanism for data sharing and cooperation between the two countries. The hypothetical suspension of the Indus Waters Treaty carries significant implications for both India and Pakistan. For India, such a move could offer some tactical advantages. Suspending the treaty would grant India greater control over the western rivers' waters. This could translate into increased water availability for irrigation and power generation, potentially boosting India's agricultural and energy sectors. However, the long-term consequences of such an action are complex and potentially detrimental. For Pakistan, the consequences of Indus Waters Treaty suspension would be particularly severe. Pakistan relies heavily on the Indus and its tributaries for agriculture. The suspension could disrupt water flow, jeopardize food security, and lead to economic instability. Moreover, suspending the Indus Waters Treaty could further escalate tensions between the two nuclear-armed neighbors, potentially with unintended consequences. Beyond the Indus Waters Treaty, India possesses various legal geopolitical options to exert pressure on Pakistan. Diplomacy serves as a potent tool in international relations. India can actively engage in diplomatic efforts to isolate Pakistan on the global stage. This involves leveraging multilateral forums such as the United Nations to highlight Pakistan's alleged role in supporting terrorism. India can present evidence, share intelligence, and rally international support for its stance against Pakistan's support for terrorist groups operating in the region. Additionally, India can engage in bilateral dialogues with key global players. Discussions with countries like the United States, European Union members, and regional partners can focus on the issue of cross-border terrorism emanating from Pakistan. By garnering international condemnation and isolating Pakistan diplomatically, India can exert significant pressure to curb its support for terrorist activities. Section 5. Economic measures. Exerting pressure on Pakistan's economy. Economic measures provide another avenue for India to respond to Pakistan's actions. India can leverage its economic clout to impose targeted sanctions on Pakistan. This could involve restricting trade, limiting investments, and reviewing existing economic agreements. By targeting sectors crucial to Pakistan's economy, India can exert pressure on Islamabad to reconsider its support for terrorist groups. Furthermore, India can work with international financial institutions to scrutinize financial flows into Pakistan. By highlighting concerns about potential links between financial aid and terrorism financing, India can influence lending decisions and restrict Pakistan's access to international funds. These economic measures, while not directly targeting the Pakistani people, can create leverage and incentivize the Pakistani government to take concrete actions against terrorist groups operating within its borders. Section 6. Strengthening border security, a multi-pronged approach. Enhancing border security is paramount in India's strategy to counter cross-border terrorism. This involves a multi-pronged approach that encompasses physical infrastructure, technological advancements, and increased manpower. India can strengthen its border fences, install advanced surveillance systems, and deploy additional troops along the India-Pakistan border. The use of technology, including drones, sensors, and night vision equipment, can enhance surveillance capabilities and improve early warning systems. Collaboration with local communities residing near the border is crucial for intelligence gathering and identifying potential threats. By strengthening border security, India can effectively deter infiltration attempts and safeguard its territorial integrity. Section 7. Combating terrorism, intelligence gathering and sharing. Effective counter-terrorism efforts hinge on robust intelligence gathering and seamless information sharing. India needs to invest in strengthening its intelligence agencies, improving their capabilities to gather, analyze, and act upon credible intelligence related to terrorist activities. This includes developing human intelligence networks, enhancing technical surveillance capabilities, and employing advanced data analytics. Equally important is the timely sharing of intelligence with international partners. Collaboration with countries facing similar threats from Pakistan-based terrorist groups is essential. Joint operations, intelligence exchanges, and coordinated efforts can effectively dismantle terrorist networks and prevent future attacks. By strengthening its intelligence apparatus and fostering international cooperation, India can stay ahead of the curve in combating terrorism. Section 8. Addressing the root causes of terrorism, a long-term strategy. While immediate measures are crucial for countering terrorism, addressing the root causes of this menace is equally vital for long-term stability. This requires a comprehensive approach that tackles the socio-economic and political factors that contribute to radicalization and recruitment into terrorist groups. India can play a constructive role in promoting peace and development in the region. By fostering economic opportunities, addressing social inequalities, and promoting dialogue and understanding, India can help create an environment where extremism finds less fertile ground to flourish. This requires a long-term commitment and sustained efforts to address the underlying grievances that fuel terrorism. Section 9. Conclusion. Towards a secure and stable future. The Indus Waters Treaty stands as a testament to the possibility of cooperation, even amidst deeply rooted conflicts. While suspending the treaty might offer short-term advantages, the potential consequences for both India and Pakistan underscore the need for restraint and a commitment to dialogue. India has several legal geopolitical options at its disposal to address its concerns regarding Pakistan's alleged support for terrorism. Diplomacy, economic measures, and enhanced border security are all viable tools that India can employ to exert pressure on Pakistan. Equally important is the need to address the root causes of terrorism through a multifaceted approach that involves regional cooperation and a commitment to fostering peace and development. By pursuing a balanced and strategic approach, India can work towards a secure and stable future for itself and the region.